My mom's name is Elizabeth Weeks Pepple. I think she's about 60 or so. She doesn't tell her age anytime. My mom was born in Bonny several years ago, probably 60 years ago or more. And she got married to my dad, traveled a lot with him rather. And she is an dependent mom, I would say, because she was a lot into taking care of our children, quite dependent on being married, but also independent in taking care of her kids. She's a selfless person. She is a very hardworking person. She's a go-getter. She's lovable. She's loving, very strict, very disciplined, and interestingly very fun. She loves to dance. She loves to sing, even if she cannot sing. She says that she prayed to have a good voice, and the Lord gave the voice to her children. So we sing on her behalf pretty much. And she's a loving person. I love her so much, and I think that's about what I can say right now. Oh my God. Okay, it's funny when people say their moms are their role models, but they just say it because the mom does not need to feel bad about it. But my mom is actually my role model, like period. You know, I got to learn a lot about who she was, and I wanted to be a lot more like her. And she took care of all 4 kids single-handedly. Sorry, Daddy, but that's the truth. She took a lot of risk to make sure that the kids are good. She made a name for herself all by herself. I do things every day, going about my day, making sure that I am intentionally making my mom proud, because so many things I could have been, so many things wrongs I could have done, so many places I could have gone to negatively was stopped by the strictness of my mom and how much she brought me up. So she is my role model. She makes me, even if I've probably gone higher than she has gone, she wanted me to go that far. So I'm going there for her. I used to say when I got my master's degree that I was getting that degree for her because she didn't have one, and hopefully my PhD because of her, and all the other achievements because of her, because she's got to be proud. She did a good job training me and my sibling. She said a lot of things. My mom is kind of a philosopher on her own way. She creates English for herself, but she's always saying that whatever you want to do, you can do it only if you have the backing of the Holy Spirit. So you always have to have God's backing whenever you're doing something. So never miss God in anything you do, and you'll be fine. So she's always very supportive of anything I do. Even if I'm making a wrong decision, she just prays about it and makes sure that I find myself to the right path. But she's always on point. And me being happy makes my mom happy, and her being happy makes me happy. First of all, being where she wants me to be in life. She has particular ways she needs me to live my life, like point down, bullet points written how I should live my life, and she expects that I should live it that way. Even if I'm not doing it exactly, when I achieve something that is big, she's always very proud of me. So that makes me pretty much happy. Okay, so my mom, she's very funny. Now I laugh over her being strict with people, but then it wasn't funny because she would break my head, hit my head on the wall, and do all that kind of stuff. But now I see her being strict, and I can tell that your time don't pass. Like, you know, work again. Like, it's not working anymore. And she does it in front of people or whoever she's been strict with, and then she laughs afterwards. So it's not even as heavy as it used to be. So that's kind of funny to me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you who my mom was when I was a child, not when she was a child. My mother, the Holy Spirit of God. She was the most strict lady around town. The truth is, a lot of people around brought their kids that are juvenile to come stay with us while we're growing up. So we had a lot of people that are not related to us grow up with us. So when they stayed with us, they stayed because they were being disrespectful or wrongly, being disobedient to their parents and society, and then they come to my mom for my mom to straighten their medulla oblongata. You get what I mean? So with me, my mom was strict. She was one person that never she never hesitates to hit me when I'm wrong. I didn't have a boyfriend early. I was a virgin for most of my life, because of my mom. She made sure that I was going to church, even when I changed from the family church to another church. She was still doubting that the midnight service when I did go. It be like in a club I did go, So she was kind of like a guiding force for me. When I think about what my mom would do to me, I would rethink about what I need to do. So growing up, she was a disciplinarian. She made sure that I didn't stay out late. Up until now, when I even live by myself, it's hard for me to stay out late because I feel like my mom is at home waiting on me, and that's not going to be good. When I was in school, when people go to parties, I remember my friend Dabota Abu 6 o'clock, and I would go for the birthday party at 12 because by 5 I should be back home. So when the group they start, at the time I did come back house. So that made me turn into a bookworm. I was mostly studying, going to school, studying, doing well in school, over having a social life. And now I'm striking a balance, but then it was a little hard. So I don't look at those things as her being bad. I feel like she was training me in the right way, and I am so proud of who I turned out to be, because if I didn't have the mother that I have, I had a chance of being more juvenile than I could have, like so many people in the society. So she loves to travel. Funny enough, I tell my mom, why didn't you give birth to me in London or in America? Because you were traveling over there before I was born. So why you not got me there? At least I know they suffer too much, But she traveled a lot. My dad was an immigration officer, so they traveled all around Nigeria until they started traveling out a lot. So she loves to travel. I think I love to travel, or I took that from her. And she loves to dance. Oh my God. See, in our house, nobody knows how we dance because of my mom. We can all dance where, the native seki kind of thing, and, we turn it into something else. But yeah, she loves to dance. She loves to cook. And I don't like to cook, so I didn't take that from her. My sister did though, but yeah. So first of all, if you offend my mom, you better be running. Because when she meets you, she will beat you like... So she can use, I think at some point she stopped doing that. She can use whatever she sees to hit you. So better don't hide the cane. Leave it where it is. So when she comes, she just whoops you and you're done. My mommy will hit my head on the wall. Now, it sounds like an abuse, but I think I was that stubborn and I deserved that. It's not an abuse. I loved the training I got. Not to dispute the fact that she was really, really strict. I know there are times when my mom would tear my clothes in public, and I was just developing little boobs then. So I was, a little bit shy. And I knew when I was growing up, I was kind of a tomboy because I was playing football a lot. I would come out from school and I run to play football. The way my mom stopped me from playing football was she put pepper in my abuna and in my eyes and put me under the fan and made me tell her that I would never ever play football again, because she wanted her first child to be a girl, and then the first one was a boy, the second one was a boy, and then the third one was a girl behaving like a boy. So she wanted her to be like a girl. So she would whoop you, she would hit you, she would yell, she would do anything for 1 week. If you make mistake, break plates, that 1 week they go see they talk about that plate, so you rather not do it. So she has different ways of disciplining you, and they all worked for me in my opinions. Put pepper for my ash and for my eye, put me on that fan, the pepper me well, but I don't play football again after that day. So yeah, no, there was a time she broke my head. Now my used shoe break my head. She loves a neat home, a neat house, and she came back that day. Myself, my elder brother, and my younger sister were playing, and as the first daughter, I think she expected me to be able to keep the house clean regardless of whatever everybody else was doing. But then I was still playing. I was a kid. What do you expect? I was playing, and then she came back. When she came back, she not beat my elder brother. She not beat my younger sister. She just removed the shoe and she just hit me for my head. And I don't think she intended to injure me. And the moment she hit the thing, there was a rush of some tap on my head. She didn't expect it, so she was panicking the entire time. She used my clothes, it was soaked with blood, we went for stitches and all that. She made me lie for a week that I fell and hit my head, but everybody that asked me, I was like, mommy break my head, and it wasn't even funny, but that was the worst of it. Then I learned, if my mom is coming, you have to sweep the house 3 times before she gets into the house. Oh my God, I love my mom. Point blank, simple, period. There's no question, no comma, no full stop. In fact, there's period right there. I love my mom so much that it hurts. Like if she's hurting, I'm hurting. If she's sad, I'm sad. It's like I gotta deprive myself of certain things to make sure that she's comfortable. So I do love my mom. Oh God, I feel like it's natural. I think it just came out. I saw her go through a lot of struggles, you know. She was taking care of 4 kids by herself. She was making sure everybody was properly educated. She was making sure that we're having the right meals. You know, those days it's hard for you to say you have to take your vitamins. Like, it's not like take your vitamin pills, like make sure you had vegetables and you had carbohydrate, equal, like balance your diet and all. She was making sure everything was good. We had housemates everywhere. We assume that we're living big, but we're quite comfortable, you know. So it was a lot for her at that time to do. She didn't have to do that. Most women can leave their kids and walk away and leave the children turn into whatever they want to turn into and don't give 2 fucks about it. Forgive my word, but she took care of me and my siblings, regardless of all the stress she had to go through, and she did a fine job. Mommy did a bomb job taking care of us. You know, you didn't have to, but you did, and it's natural. I had to love you, girl. You're beautiful too, so I gotta love you. You know, so yeah. I fear that my mom is gonna fall ill, God forbid, and die unexpectedly, God forbid, and that would hurt me so bad because I fear death for my mom. She has driven cars of her own, but she's about to drive the car I'm about to buy for her, and the houses and all the flamboyant life she needs to live after not living them because of me. So she's got to go through all of that and live a lot longer to see my kids, you know. So I'm quite worried about the fact that she doesn't like to take, you know, they hear when it comes to taking care of her health. She does her best, but she doesn't listen to other people's opinion. We're a little bit learned to tell you, don't do this and do that. But I'm just scared that she would not. I feel, but I hope she does live a lot longer. You're gonna live long, 120 years. So yeah. I love everything about my mom except when she yells. Yes, mommy, they shout too much. But I love everything about her. I love her physique. She's so beautiful. And I love the way she dresses. I love the way she talks. I love what she does. I would not kill, but I could kill for my mom. I love her regardless of who she is. It's an unconditional love. I don't have a reason why I love her. I just love her. I just love her because she's lovable. I mean, I love her. I just don't like the fact that she shouts too much. And of late that you are getting old, mommy, you know they listen. See, you're not a baby. When babies you were taking care of us. Now you're a baby. Let us take care of you. Listen to our opinions sometimes. I know you're wiser, you're smarter, you're everything, but you gotta listen to us. We know what's up. This is global age. It's no longer that, you know. I'm self-motivated. I build new goals for myself and I conquer, step, move, do shit and get it over and done with. But the fact that I need to make her proud, I want to make her proud. I want to make her happy, and making her proud makes her happy. And me being whatever I want to be that will put her in the position of being proud will make her happy. That is it. I think my mom is quite famous already. It's maybe in Bonnie also. It will be for trading, for business, and also if it's let's look at it in terms of entertainment. Should be a comic, like a comic artist. How do you call it? A comedian. She makes us laugh, you know, and she laughs alongside, so it's good. And she might be a dancer. She dances really well. So she might be famous for dancing, for being a motivational speaker. She can motivate you from the bed up like that. You just get up and start walking like a fool and think you're going to heaven, you know. But she might be good for motivational speaking, and yeah. Mom is good at dancing, trading, business, repeat après moi. My mom is not good at talking calmly. She can shout. But I took it from her too, but yeah, that's what she's not good at. She's good at everything else except calming somebody down. Yeah, calm down now. Yeah, they calm down small. My mom will be down. Okay, so my mom likes soup. She eats a lot of vegetable soup. But I don't think she likes yam and fresh sweet pepper soup, I would say. But that's my favorite, so I don't know. So growing up, I think people kind of looked at me and thought I was gonna look like my mom. My mom said when I was giving birth to, she felt like I would look a lot more like her. But there was a scenario that happened that made me not to look like her. My mom's explanation. So I cannot divulge into that because it's kind of confidential, but I think I see her baby pictures and I look a lot more like her, physique wise. And in terms of hard work, I can go like a marathon working for hours, 22 hours in 24 hours in a day. I can work that much just to get results. And I'm result driven. I'm a goal getter like my mom. I am a goal getter. I'm goal oriented. And I just do a lot of things that she does. Not exactly the way she does it, but I'm spontaneous. My mom is really spontaneous. If you want something, you go for it. You do it right then and then, boom, out. So, I think so. I don't know. Mom, tell me, how are we similar? Different. I don't know. How are we different? I don't know. We're not. Well, complexion-wise, I'm a little dark. She is light-skinned, really, really light-skinned. And I don't know, we yell alike. I yell too much sometimes, and I learned it from my mom. I don't know how we're different. She's my mom. I'm her poop. I don't know. I just feel like someone who doesn't love you wouldn't do the kind of things my mom did for me. My mom, unlike my dad, is not the person that says, I love you a lot. My dad can tell me, I love you 10 times on a conversation. I mean, I'm his favorite girl, obviously. I know. But he can say, I love you several times. He can tell you whatever you want to hear. My dad literally talks to me like I'm his girlfriend, you know? Like, hey babe, you know, that kind of stuff. How are you? What's going on? That kind of. But my mom would never say, my mom, they barely even say bye at the end of a phone call. You know, but she prays for me. My problems gives her, she worries about my issues, you know. She prays for me, she advises me, and the kind of things she wants me to go through and not go through. She says she doesn't want me to go through the kind of things she went through. Makes me understand that it's only someone who loves you that will want to do those kind of things, you know. She loves me. Even if she said she doesn't love me, I wouldn't even believe it because I feel it. I see it every day. But I think it was Israel, and she went to Israel and Jerusalem. I have a few pictures, but she really loved it, going to see the tomb of Jesus and the Red Sea, all of that kind of stuff. She really loved it. I don't know. That one I'm born early. I don't know. If they say I'm born early, like I don't know that she will. I don't know. Okay, it's gonna be more than one wish. I wish she stays alive up to 120. Well, maybe that would be one wish. 120. So in that 120, in like 60 more years, I must make sure that she doesn't have to stay in a nursing home, doesn't have to lack anything to eat, to where to go, what to do. She's gonna travel to the countries she hasn't traveled to before. You know, I'm gonna take you around the world, right? Make heaven. That woman has prayed too much in this life that she does not make heaven. It will not be funny. It will not be fair. You know. So my mom gave me Lolia. It means star. My dad gave me Biyodomayo. So my name came after, it's like an exclamation. It's like the mother's mind has rested. The mother now has peace of mind. So I kind of indirectly gives my mom peace of mind, even if I bug her a little bit sometimes. So she said Lolia. I recently adopted that name because I didn't have an English name, so I was like Star. Well, you can't call me Star, but I can answer Lolia. She did give me the name Lolia, but she calls me Mimi. It means my own. So that's what my mom calls me. So my mom had a dad, obviously, that had just one sister. So my mom's auntie, which is my grand auntie, brought my mom up. She was a stylist, a fashion designer. She had what you would call a boutique. Then it was a store, but she sold all these big wrappers, sewed clothes. So my mom learned to sew clothes. She's a fashion designer. She creates and carves and trained a lot of people in Bonnie those days. Sold a lot of wrappers, blouses, did everything. Think about it, it's there. Auntie Beth, she did it. But she grew up with her auntie, and it was a strict environment, because I would say her auntie didn't have any kids, so she was really strict, you know. But my mom was like her kid, and then my mom's siblings were like her kid. So she grew up with my auntie, my grand auntie, and she grew up learning to do things independently, you know. Then she inherited the kind of sort of family business from my auntie, and then she did a fine job handling it. I think she was expecting me to inherit it, but I'm not business inclined, so maybe my sister will, because she is business inclined. But yeah, that's her upbringing. She has about 10 siblings, and they're all loving. She loves them too much. She prays for them a lot. She doesn't pray without calling them their names. But yeah, my mom was brought up by her auntie, and she's loved so much by her dad. I know that so much. That's probably one thing we have in common. Her dad loves her a lot. I don't know. I would say kind of 50-50, because she was brought up strictly. You know, there was that strict principles about what to do and what not to do. I mean, nobody teaches you how to be a parent, you know, but you get to learn from how you were parented, you know, if there's a word like that. So she probably put a lot of strict, because my auntie was strict, or my grand auntie was strict, and she was strict with my mom. So I think my mom kind of brought us strictly, but became strict. I would say she became who she was from her upbringing, and then she had to bring us up because of who she was, you know what I mean? Okay, my mom says, do what is important over what is beautiful. That's the way she said, not exactly, but do what is important, let the beautiful one slide. If it's you need to look nice, think about the fact that looking nice right now is not what is necessarily needed at this point in time. You know, do what you gotta do to be where you need to be.